I love this channel. This guy's underrated. Check him out. Bizly. Something.
I'm mad.
Okay.
I'm mad at rich people. I'm mad at
Me too.
liars.
Me too.
I'm mad at rich people who are rich because they're liars. I'm wound up. I feel like a dog and somebody did this in front of my face. I recently purchased a game called Redfall. It is a vampire game with an interesting looking open world that you can experience with up to 3 friends. It looked really interesting, and frankly, it's made by Arcane Studios. And if the opportunity was presented to me, I would probably lick up a half-eaten tuna sandwich off the dirty floors of an Arcane Studios.
Okay, all right.
And that is basically the experience I got with Redfall. So many recent games had burned me, and I thought
no, this shit looks so bad. Oh my gosh.
And clearly, that was a mistake. And it's not just me either. Let me read you just a couple of the reviews from the Steam page. I got this game for free and I feel like I want a refund. Harsh stuff. Yeah. Don't do it. Not worth it. I would rather blow my dad. You know, in some states, sure. You know, fine.
Okay.
This game is about 25% finished. And you know what? You're probably right. Why should I be surprised? The list of games that gets dropped unfinished gets longer.
That's actually crazy.
And longer by the day. I feel like Thanos collecting all these studio apologies. And oh boy, I'm about to snap. And what's crazy is that this is not gonna stop anytime soon.
No.
They're just gonna keep doing this for one major reason.
Money.
That I'm gonna tell you later, because I gotta explain some stuff first, but we will get there. Like, we'll get to that point. We're not there yet. It's no secret that developers lie just a little bit here and there, you know. Maybe
16 times the detail.
In the game and it's not exactly in the game, or
Big milky,
they, you know, create a whole video trying to trick you into thinking
the gaming industry is so fucking scuffed,
and
bro.
then it actually looks like that.
Like, isn't it weird? Like, all like you have to do is take your time, market a game well, and it will literally sell well, especially if you're a AAA studio like Ubisoft. That's all you have to do. But they still, for whatever reason, fill it with monetizations. It's unfinished, like, not polished. Like, it baffles me. Like, I don't even know, bro.
Come on. Don't say you didn't know. You rendered this out. You did this. Some people may see this as a developer
in defense of Cyberpunk 2077. Get off the meat. Get off the meat.
Be, while I see it more as like, you know, being a lying, greasy little gerbil boy who has no integrity whatsoever. But I think we can all agree that lying to your customers is okay, so long as you're building up the hype.
Okay.
This is where it all starts, baby. It doesn't matter how good a game is. If there's no marketing, there's no sales. And if there's no sales, clearly it's a bad game.
100%, obviously.
Me, popularity equals quality. Yeah, and that's just the good Christian truth. And if it's the marketing alone that's gonna determine how much your game sells, then obviously you're going to want to present your game in the best light
Surely, right? Surely.
In 2013, a trailer for this crazy ambitious game called No Man's Sky was shown. Experience no other. Explore a vast, ever-expanding
happened with that game? They did come back though.
Quintillion planets. Quin-fucking-tillion. That's how many times I did your mom last night. Holy smokes, what a burn. Quintillion is obviously...
What the fuck, fireworks? Boy, it is set... Okay.
Insane.
It is the 8th.
Number.
Someone
just means absolutely nothing. It's just their way of
saying... Is it a gunshot or a firework?
It would be procedurally generated. And to those of you with an active sex life, procedurally generated just means that when you go to a new planet, it'll pull from an existing pool of assets and throw them together just slightly different from the last planet you saw and pass it off as a new planet. Here's a bunch of pictures from the MIT website that make me look like I know what I'm talking about. Naturally, this was a big deal to people. It was the next step in gaming evolution. And so, the hype began to build. The studio behind No Man's Sky was Hello Games, a team of just a couple of British people
internet historian
led by this man, Sean Murphy, who got a taste of this hype and liked it. Or at least it seemed that way, because he was everywhere. Oh yeah, No Man's Sky is totally gonna have multiplayer. There's gonna be like a lot of players. I mean, it's like a big world, so you might not like see the other players, but they're there. They're really there.
Surely there's multiplayer.
Too hard, though. But they're there, man. There's so much multiplayers. Yeah, No Man's Sky will have faction wars, and you can get in there and pick a side of the faction or anything like that. It's totally gonna be immersive and that kind of thing. Yeah, no, actually, we went back and forth on this. It's funny you ask, but yes, if you do pre-order the game, No Man's Sky will give you premarital fellatio. It's true. It's really is true about the game.
All right.
I'm so British. I'm so British. Sean Murray just continued to talk and talk and talk. And the more he said, the more that hype meter rose. No Man's Sky might even be one of the biggest hype trains I've ever seen.
100%.
The only one
That
I can
and
think of that was
Cyberpunk.
even bigger was Cyberpunk 2077. You knew I was going to talk about it.
Yep.
This game was made by a studio called CD Projekt Red. They're most known for making The Witcher 3, which is a phenomenal game that is still jerked off tenderly by gamers to this day. There was so much trust placed in CD Projekt Red. They had done so good so far, there was no reason for anybody to believe that they would flop. But they took this good faith and ran with it. They focused on
Fuck no, they were like the fucking gaming industry's golden child. Then they did Cyberpunk and fucking went all the way down to the bottom.
which is, obviously the most important part.
Honestly, I feel like low key these studios are gonna start doing this on purpose so that they can have like a redemption story and then like fucking like, because like all CD Projekt Red had to do was fix their game, do some bug fixes, some good refunds, take it off the PlayStation Store, and then make a damn anime. And then all of a sudden, everyone loves Cyberpunk again in CD Projekt Red. And oh my gosh, Cyberpunk. Let's get back into Cyberpunk because fucking weeb and anime. Like, I don't know, man. And now they just get like kind of off scot-free. Like next game, and then they're gonna be like, guys, we're really pledging like, we're going to take our time with this game and we're not going to overhype it. And then we're like, oh my gosh, we love CD Projekt Red. And then we're going to buy their game. And it's probably going to be good because they're actually going to make a good game. But it's like, oh my gosh. I'm yapping.
I mean, they marketed their asses off. Cyberpunk 2077 was going to cook you dinner, tuck you into bed, and kiss you peacefully on your forehead. Seriously, though, CD Projekt Red made a lot of promises for this game. And they focused so hard on marketing this spectacle that they forgot to create
spectacle.
a game. No. Don't focus on good shooting mechanics in the first-person shooter. I need a slider that determines how big your cock can be. I need a cock slider. Nobody's gonna notice that all the cops are disappearing when their big balls are jangling around. When I'm in heaven, and by that I mean Outback Steakhouse,
all right,
my eyes get a little bit bigger than my stomach, and I order an entire bloomin' onion. And of course, I ordered the thing, so I'm gonna eat the entire thing with my bare hands. But when I do,
it's a good analogy.
Get a little bit sicky. CD Projekt Red ordered a really big bloomin' onion. And honestly, it really does seem like they thought they could eat it all. But at the end of the day, they promised too much, and they got a little sicky. And so they delayed the game. They said they needed a little more time to polish it. And by that, I mean develop it entirely. This is an image that would become popular over the next couple of months as they would continue to delay their game. But you can't delay the inevitable. The investors are getting angry. The hype is dying. They need to do something. And so for both No Man's Sky and Cyberpunk 2077, the inevitable came. Release.
Okay.
You can lie and lie and lie all you want, but as soon as the gamers get their greasy little fingers on the game,
wait, stop. Don't make that noise.
The floodgates begin to open with bad reviews, glitch
Didn't
clips,
work on
pretentious
PS4.
YouTubers thinking they know what it takes to create a game because they jailbroke an iPhone one time. Sometimes refunds. And the memes on the internet absolutely dragging you in the funniest way possible. Nothing brings assholes on the internet together quite like kicking a corporation while they're down. And as soon as those bad reviews
Which is funny because Cyberpunk's all about fucking destroying like big corporations.
That hype level drops to the floor.
After they made millions off of us.
It happened to Hello Games. Not even my baby girl Arcane Studios is safe. These are the people that released Dishonored, an amazing game that I enjoy a normal amount. The studio had an amazing track record.
On a single player game? Please tell me that's not real.
They released Redfall, they got tied up and dragged behind an old pickup truck. And to be completely... I'm wearing green shorts. I'm wearing green...
What? Your shorts are gray.
I'm wearing green shorts.
What?
I'm wearing green shorts. That's like a new level of stupid
for the green screen, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, the hate was deserved. This is clearly
what? Okay, what is blood yapping about?
Finished game. Come on, just go past it. Just go around, man. Go around. You're better than
Ooh, what a
I
game.
don't ask for
what a
much
game.
when it comes to enemies in games, but
Why
I
do they
swear
look
my
so
toaster
bad?
is a bigger threat to humanity than these vampires. According to some unnamed Arcane employees, this started off as more of a live service type game, but they quickly backpedaled on that when everybody started talking about how much they hate live service stuff. And there wasn't clear direction as to what the game should be. And a lot of veterans at Arcane just completely left the studio, not wanting to make this kind of game. They also said a lot of people on the team just wanted Microsoft to cancel the game after after acquiring Arcane Studios
Cancel
in
the
2020.
game.
But that did not happen.
Please cancel
And
our
now
game.
there's a bad game. While a lot of these
That's
games
crazy.
are underdeveloped, I wouldn't even necessarily say it's
Developed.
the developer's fault. A lot of the time,
I wouldn't say it's developed.
It's just on the studio for pushing out the game as fast as possible to meet the hype, like the Last of Us game. Not that one. Not that one either. Specifically that one on PC. If you don't know, they came out with a Last of Us TV show based on the game, and they had been working on this Last of Us Part 1 PC port for a while, and it seems to me like they wanted to just push this out as fast as possible so that they could hit that
Capitalize,
trend,
yeah.
and it was not ready. The game was riddled with bugs and the reviews were bombed for it. Especially for games
So
like this
bad,
where immersion
bro.
is half of the fun, bugs can
Yeah,
really just
true.
ruin that experience. And PC players, they weren't having it. And yeah, they got clowned on pretty bad online, but some games face even worse consequences. Like in the case of Cyberpunk 2077, after that one got released, the performance on old consoles was so bad that they actually had to take the game off the market and issue refunds. This is something Xbox and PlayStation do not like to do. Yeah, this was a pretty big deal. Or at least the investors for CD Projekt Red thought so, as they sued the company and recently settled for $1.8 million. All right, so you've just released the shittiest performing game known to man.
They
You're
got
as low
mad.
as you can get. You're getting clowned on online. You're getting sued. Everybody is waiting for...
I like this editing. Okay.
They gotta say something, right? I mean, I gave you $70 of my hard-earned money. In my opinion, I deserve that money back and a little back rub. But
And
you
a
know,
little
what
kiss,
can
yeah,
these
a little
developers
smooch
even
on the
say at
forehead.
this point? Well, someone on the team of the recent Jedi Survivor decided to blame it on players for not having a supercomputer. Battlefield 2042 decided to blame it on players for having too high of expectations. Yeah, both of these are EA games. EA
Yeah.
kind of sucks balls. But Cyberpunk
Omega Lol.
2077, after getting greased up, hog-tied, put at the top of a flag
We have an anime. No, I'm
pole, their
kidding.
pants pulled down by
That was
fans,
announced before.
they decided to release a roadmap. This is how they were going to fix their game and turn it into what they promised you. They slowly rolled out updates
And
for
it-
this
it's
game,
good, it's good.
turning it into what they said it would be at
But
launch.
yeah, most
That
of the time it's just the publisher's fault for rushing it and marketing it. What we need to do is what Bethesda did with Fallout 4. I'm pretty sure, to my knowledge, 6 months before the release date, that's when they started promoting the game completely, like trailers, gameplay, all that. And then you're like, oh, you're gonna get this game in 6 months. We need to start doing that more. We need to stop. And I know it might be different for small studios because they need funding and stuff like that. But like, this is my game. It comes out all the way over here. And we're here when we start promoting it. We need to start being over here when we promote it so that when it comes out over here, it's less of a wait and people are hyped still. Because I do not care. Like, what's a game? Star Wars Eclipse. That game is coming out in like 2027. I do not care about that game anymore. 2026. I don't care. Because why would you announced it with a CGI trailer, look dope as hell. It's a choice-based Star Wars game. Who wouldn't want that? But I have to wait 4 years. Maybe wait until it's a year out and then announce it. I don't know.
hype started building
Yep,
up
yep.
once again as the game was getting less terrible. And then their brilliant marketing team created an awesome animated show. They dropped a big update,
Yep.
and that hype rose up again,
Yep,
and their
totally.
player base went up. In my opinion, this game is still laughably bad in some areas. The enemy AI is just unbelievably stupid, but in the court of public opinion, everybody seems to have done a 180. That's right, CD
True.
Projekt Red is back on top, and they're talking about making sequels for Cyberpunk, new Witcher
Multiplayer,
games,
Witcher.
all of it. And you know what? I bet those are gonna drop unfinished too. But why? Why would they want to go through all that again? Because it worked. What you don't understand is while this was all happening, while they were getting flamed online, the damage was already done. They had already sold 13.7 million copies in 2020.
That's
and the game
insane.
came out December 10th, 2020. The internet can hate them all they want. And investors, sure, sue for $1 million. What does that matter? Because in 3 weeks, Cyberpunk made $500 million.
$500 million?
Here's some
Holy
pictures
shit.
on the MIT website to show you how fucking stupid that is. And sure, the sales
Fucking dog.
declined right after they'd made
Yeah,
the
but
$500 million.
500 mill's insane.
But they rose again.
And usually games are like 200 mil to make, so 300 mil profit.
Tricked people into liking them again.
And then
why would they finish the
buying it
game
after.
for release when they know they can just throw that shit out there, make their money back and then some, and just update the game at their leisure, actually keeping the game in the public eye while they do it, earn back the trust of the people. Honestly, it's like releasing a
Telling
game in
you.
early access just without telling you it's in early access.
Yeah,
in researching
exactly.
about this, I've realized something. To make a successful game, you don't actually even need to make a good game. You just need to convince people you've made a good game and do enough work to maintain that.
And some people think it's
These
like their
game
favorite game of all
studios
time,
are
so it is
lying
what it
to
is, man.
And I'm tired of saying that it's all in good faith and that these people are just hoping for the best in their game when they're blatantly lying to your face. All they want is your pre-order. And the only way to get them to stop lying is to stop pre-ordering. Cancel your pre-order for
No, think about it. This whole Liberty DLC for Cyberpunk, all the journalists are like, it's a completely new game. Like, everything is reworked and it's way better than before. That's probably how the game was supposed to come out. But now it's just a DLC, and then everyone's going to buy this DLC, extra $40, extra 30, however much it cost. Maybe 20 because they want people to like them again. But, like, you know what I mean? It's so goofy. Like,
Starfield right now.
I have not pre-ordered Starfield. I'm gonna wait for reviews.
I'm calling it. This is the next one that's going to come out.
It probably is going to be the next one, and we can meme the shit out of
Completely
it.
broken. Just ignore the hype for these games and wait until you see something real from somebody who has no skin in the game. Because if we stop blindly trusting these studios and throwing our money at them without seeing anything real, then maybe they'll
Okay.
click here to watch a video where I talk about video game movies and how they shouldn't make them. Or should they? Who knows? Watch it. Goodbye.
I love that guy. Amazing videos. Another masterpiece of a video. Yeah. W video. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments.